Hello. Are you a solo business owner who loves using your Mac? Do you feel that you could be more productive and efficient on your Mac, but you don't know where to start? If that's you, then the Macpreneur podcast might become one of your favorites very soon. We'll unpack how I define the word Macpreneur and what to expect from this podcast right after the intro.
You're listening to the Macpreneur podcast, the show that helps solopreneurs save time and money by streamlining how they run their business on their Mac. Here is your host and technology mentor, Damien Schwartz.
So if you're a coach, consultant, an author, a speaker, a podcaster, and if you run your solo business on your Mac and you cannot imagine doing it another way, welcome to the Macpreneur tribe. As a solopreneur, you're the person who calls 100% of the shots in your business, and you enjoy not having the burden of needing to manage employees. It doesn't mean that you work alone, since we all have strengths and weaknesses, and I believe it would be foolish to think that we can build a great business just by doing everything ourselves. And as much as I like technology, I also believe in getting help from contractors and fellow freelancers for the things that are outside our zone of genius. So, what can you expect from the Macpreneur podcast? Well, there will be weekly episodes released on Thursday, between 10 and 15 minutes long. The overarching topics will be around productivity, automation, systems, processes. So if you like that, that will be your jam. It will be mainly solo shows, so split into 3 categories: mindset, techniques, and tools. And then from time to time, there will be also interviews and listener feedback sessions. If you've never listened to Macpreneur before, let me quickly introduce myself. I am married to Sally and I'm a father of 2 teenage daughters called Una and Maya. I'm a freelance IT trainer, coach, consultant since 2013. I'm the owner and founder of EasyTech. It's an LLC based in Luxembourg. And as I like to say, I've made more than 50 rotations around the sun. So I feel extremely lucky and grateful to have lived through the personal computer revolution. So yes, I'm a geek. I'm not shy, but very introverted. For those of you who know the Myers-Briggs personality type, I'm an INFP. And also, yes, I'm a personal development junkie, reading mainly non-fiction books on my Kindle. The way that I define success is actually pretty simple. It's to be able to do what I love in a supportive environment, where I want, when I want, with whom I want, and not worry about money. That's it. And if JLD, so John Lee Dumas, were to interview me, the thing I believe that most other people and mainly entrepreneurs might disagree with is that for me, business growth does not necessarily mean hiring employees. So in my opinion, business success can be achieved through growth, but in the number of people that we serve and thus in our revenue. And this can be achieved while staying nimble and using only external help whenever needed. You see, there are, in my opinion, 2 kinds of entrepreneurs. The first kind, they want to change the world with a capital W. And then you have entrepreneurs who want to change their world. So themselves, their family, the people they are the most equipped to serve, but not necessarily everyone on earth. And at the time of recording, I belong to the second category, but I stay open to the idea of moving to the first category one day. Who knows? A few of my favorites, or favorite movie, I love Matrix, because it showed how technology can really blur the line between reality and the virtual world, among other things. My favorite superhero is Batman, because he doesn't have superpowers, but instead he's using technology and theatricality to fight injustice, something that is also very dear to my heart. And my favorite music genre is electronic dance music, or EDM. Fun fact number 1, I dipped my toe in electronic music composing on my first computer, an Amiga 500, in the late 80s. I think it was 88, 89. And fun fact number 2, I composed 6 tracks, EDM tracks, entirely on an iPad and released them on SoundCloud between 2012 and 2013. Regarding my Mac setup, I'm recording this episode on a 27-inch iMac from 2020, running macOS 12 Monterey. I also have a 14-inch MacBook Pro running macOS 13 Ventura that I use when I want to work on my patio, on the couch, or when visiting clients and when traveling. Now, when I'm at my desk, I keep the MacBook Pro in front of me, either as a secondary display or when I provide Microsoft Office trainings remotely, to be able to have Word, Excel, PowerPoint in another language, because some of my students here, they don't necessarily use Office in English, so they can use it in French or in German. And so when I'm giving a training, I can have on my iMac one language and on my MacBook Pro another language. On a side note, actually, I really love universal control. It's a feature that was introduced with macOS Monterey and that allows me to use my iMac keyboard and trackpad on all the nearby devices. It works perfectly between the iMac and the MacBook Pro, but it also works with my iPad Air that sometimes sits on top of the MacBook when the MacBook is closed. In summary, I'm really thrilled to reboot the Macpreneur podcast, which will be laser focused on helping solopreneurs be more efficient and more effective using their Mac. The plan is to release weekly 15 minutes long episodes sharing with you some mindset tips, techniques, tools that will help you reclaim time that you will then be able to allocate to anything else that you'd like. In the first episode of season 2, I will help you decide where to start your streamlining efforts. And after that, there will be a short series on time tracking. So that's it for this episode. I hope this has motivated you to subscribe to the podcast so that you will receive every new episode automatically. In the meantime, check out macpreneur.com/tools for a list of tools that I use to streamline my business and save time and money. It's macpreneur.com/tools. And until next time, I'm Damien Schreurs, wishing you a great day.
You've been listening to the Macpreneur podcast. If you've enjoyed the show, please leave a review and share it with a friend right now.